Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to another Bayonetwork episode. You can see right here with all these kids and cars and beautiful sunshiny day that school's out because of the coronavirus and everyone's staying indoors, social distancing themselves. Look at that, big groups of folks on their phone, walking around, hanging out. This is the morning of New York, encouraging that everybody stay indoors and not leave the house. And so that's the morning of. That's today. So that puts today at March like 20th. Last night, Gavin Newsom, governor of California, decided it would be a really good idea to scare everybody into thinking that thousands and thousands of people are likely going to contract COVID-19, and so last night they went ahead and told everyone to stay home too. In Washington, here in Seattle, where the reports all started anyway for the US, kids are out in groups playing in the streets, just enjoying their extended spring break. I can say this, you could tell I'm agitated. I can say this, those of you that listen to my podcast, there's the second glove, nice Z. Those of you that listen to the podcast probably have already heard me riff on this, but the way that people are treating each other is so fucking gross. I was in a grocery store and this old guy got pushed out of the way so that somebody can grab some canned food off the shelves. It looks pretty much like a summer afternoon here. It looks like a good Friday here in Seattle, and outside it is. But it pissed me off so fucking bad. So I kind of jumped in there and I offered the guy, I was like, hey man, you know, can I grab you something off the top shelf here that you're looking at, so you don't get fucking pushed out of the way by some other assholes? I mean, who knows if this is a sign of things to come or some kind of a wake-up call. In a lot of ways I hope it is, this COVID-19 shit, but we're not right now in a post-apocalyptic Mad Max fucking society where it's acceptable to just shove old people out of the way to get what you need in a grocery store. So kind of jack the dude up a little bit, like, hey, what the fuck, man, there's no need for that. I put up my hands and grabbed the old guy whatever he needed. See our friends over here at Mr. Detail Auto Salon. But I had to just take a step back. It is still bothering me to the fabric of who I am deep down inside that people are capable of just fucking being shitbags to one another like that. You know, I remember, I said this on the pod, sorry if you guys have to hear it twice, go check the pod out. It's called Pathway the number 2 Being Average, Pathway to Being Average there. It's everywhere, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. I remember where I was when 9/11 happened, and while they're not the same thing at all, there are some big societal differences that I've noticed. First of which, in the following days and weeks after 9/11, I had never felt a sense of community stronger than average ass neighbors and American citizens trying to help one another out, checking in, making sure everybody's doing okay, trying to do the right thing by their neighbor. You know, society is society because we're in this together, and to ensure a good future of society we have to remain together. And everybody was very helpful, checking in on people, checking in on their old neighbors, their young neighbors, friends of theirs, just trying to make sure everybody was safe. And it was a very very disgusting time in the United States, because we were terrified. You know, I was in 11th grade. I was standing in my U.S. government class. I mean, my backpack was on one shoulder and it just fucking stayed there for probably 2.5, 3 hours until faculty came in and just started cleaning out the schools. You know, go home, be with your family, we don't know what's up. And this has been a slow burn, right? This COVID-19. You know, we've been watching the bell curve in China for some time. You know, there's a lot of downplaying the significance of this in the United States by lots of people. And we're starting to see it rise in the United States. But this time it's different. People aren't checking in on one another. They're fucking pushing people out of the way in the grocery store, and they're hoarding shit. Canned foods. But it is so disgusting to see people shoving each other out of the way. You know, I went to 13 spots the other day after work. 13 different spots. Nobody had toilet paper. Gas stations. There was a security guard at Rite Aid at the door. And gas stations didn't have them. Target didn't have them downtown. Target didn't have them down south. Safeway, both of them out, gone. Nothing. Fred Meyer, nothing. And it was pretty gnarly, man. So my buddy goes out for a coffee run in the morning, and he's like, look, Fred Meyer's pretty good at letting people buy 1 pack of toilet paper. And those guys are still working. 1 pack of toilet paper, and usually about a half an hour to an hour before we open up the doors, there's a line of fucking people out the door. And I get that there's not much people won't do to feed their family, right? I respect that. But if you've got a bunch of toilet paper and you're hoarding it, and other people like me don't have any, that kind of sucks. If you're one of the people that's profiteering on this by hoarding all the toilet paper and then turning around and privately selling it for $75, as I've seen on the internet, then fuck you. That's what I have to say about that. Taking advantage of other people in a time when we should be banding together is like the perfect scumbag move. I have zero fucking respect for people that do that. Zero. Like, we're all in this together. Pushing people out of the way. Oh my god. I felt sickened. That's how fucking gross it felt. I love that this 350Z has a fucking rack on the back window and it's dumped. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I'm lucky enough, going back to my buddy's story, I'm lucky enough that he sent me a picture. He's like, hey man, I got you a pack of TP, you know, and I'm gonna split this up with 3 different people depending on how much I have, right as evenly as we can split that shit. I have been focusing pretty hard on the podcast, which is growing, and I love it. For those of you that are crossovers with my podcast and this audience, thank you. Please be kind to one another. You know, everybody in our service industry right now is out of work. Tattoo artists, hairstylists, bartenders, people that work in kitchens, restaurants, you know, they're being punished. Gyms are closed. You can't go work out right now. You know, people are being punished out there. I am one of the fortunate few thousand people that can work from home. But for every few thousand that can work from home, I promise there's quite a few thousand that cannot, you know. I hope that we learn a few things in totality with all this. This is me riding my motorcycle all the way to fucking SeaTac, dude, to hook up with my buddy, and I gotta do it now. It's 4:26 right, or excuse me, 2:26 right now. He's see, look at this. Where are they gonna go? They got nobody's helping. Let's see if they're still there when I come back this way. Yes, look at that. The fucking SS Homie came into port with some life-saving toilet paper. Do you need any toilet paper?
Pardon?
Do you need any toilet paper? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sure.
You sure? All right. Yep. Well, they said they're good. Gotta check. Get off your phone. We're in the middle of a pandemic, dude. Just checking his voicemail. No big deal. Get off your phone. Yeah. Put that phone down on your lap and go hands-free, bruh. Get off your fucking phone. Jesus Christ, bro. Still. Just yammering away on it. Maybe if after I notice he has a camera on, then I'll fucking put my phone down. Because it's against the law. The real question though is, how is everybody else doing? How are you guys doing? Trying to stay up on live vlogs. I'm trying to stay up on communicating with you guys. I'm trying to remain positive and tell you guys not to fucking panic and shit. But the truth is, I I want to make sure everybody's okay, you know? That's what I want. I want to hear from you. Just a quick one-liner down in the comments, like, I'm okay, or, you know, it sucks but we're making do, or something, you know. That would help me a great deal, knowing my community is Gucci. Thank you for using your indicator, Land Rover Discovery guy.